Om Shai Ram. Sri Sai Sat Charitra by Govind Raghunath Dabolkar alias Hemadban. Chapter 4. Sai Baba's first advent in Shiradi. Mission of the Saints. Shiradi, a holy truth. Personality of Sai Baba. Dictum of Gauli Pua. Appearance of Vital. Shir Shagar's story. Daskanu's bath in Prayag. Immaculate consumption of Sai Baba and his first advent in Shiradi. Three Vadas. In the last chapter, I described the circumstances which led me to write Sai Sat Charitra. Let me now describe the first advent of Sai Baba in Shiradi. Mission of the Saints. Lord Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 4, 7, 8, that whenever there is a decay of dharma, righteousness, and an ascendancy of unrighteousness, I manifest myself, and for the protection of the virtuous, the destruction of the vicious, and for the establishment of righteousness, I manifest myself in age after age. This is the mission of the Lord, and the sages and saints who are his representatives and who appear here at proper times help in their own way to fulfill that mission. For instance, when the twice born, that is, Brahmins and Kshatriyas and the Vaishyas, neglect their duties, and when the Shudras try to assert the rights of the higher classes, when spiritual preceptors are not respected but humiliated, when nobody cares for religious instructions, when everybody thinks himself very learned, when people begin to partake of forbidden foods and intoxicating drinks, when under the cloak of religion people indulge in malpractices, when people belonging to different sects fight amongst themselves, when Brahmins fail to do Sandhya adoration and the Orthodox their religious practices, when yogis neglect their meditation, when people begin to think that wealth, progeny, wife are their sole concern, and thus turn away from the true path of salvation. Then do saints appear and try to set matters right by their words and action. They serve us as a beacon light and shows us the right path and the right way for us to follow. In this way, many saints such as Nivritti, Jnanadev, Muktabai, Namdev, Gora, Gonai, Eknath, Tukaram, Narahari, Narasibai, Sajjan Kasai, Savatar, Ramadas, and various others did appear at various times to show the right path to the people, and so presently came Shiradi Sai Baba of Shiradi. Shiradi, a holy earth. The banks of the Godavari river in the Ahmednagar district are very fortunate, for they gave birth and refuge to many a saint, prominent amongst them being Jnaneshwar. Shiradi also falls in the Kobargaon taluka of the Ahmednagar district. After crossing the Godavari river at Kobargaon, one gets the way to Shiradi. When you go to 3 cost 9 miles, you come to Nimgaon, from whence Shiradi is visible. Shiradi is as famous and well known as other holy places like Gangapur, Narasimhavadi, Autumbar on the banks of Krishna river. As the devotee Damaji flourished in and the blessed Mangal Veda near Pandarpur, as Samarth Ramadas at Sajjankad, as Sri Narasimha Saraswati at Saraswati Vadi, so Sainath flourished at Shiradi and blessed it. Personality of Sai Baba. It is on account of Sai Baba that Shiradi grew into importance. Let us see what sort of a personage Sai Baba was. He conquered this samsar worldly existence, which is very difficult and hard to cross. Peace or mental calm was his ornament, and he was the repository of wisdom. He was the home of Vaishnava devotees, most liberal like Karna amongst liberals, and quintessence of all essences. He had no love for perishable things and was always engrossed in self realization, which was his sole concern. He felt no pleasure in the things of this world or of the world beyond. His entire heart was as clear as mirror, and his speech always rained nectar. The rich or poor people were the same to him. He did not know or care for honor or dishonor. He was the Lord of all beings. He spoke freely and mixed with all people, saw the actings and dances of nautch girls, and heard ghazal songs. Still he swerved not an inch from samadhi, mental equilibrium. The name of Allah was always on his lips. While the world awoke, he slept, and while the world slept, he was vigilant. His abdomen inside was as calm as the deep sea. His ashram could not be determined, nor his actions could be definitely determined. And though he sat, lived in one place, he knew all the transactions of the world. His darbar was imposing. He told daily hundreds of stories till he swerved not an inch from his vow of silence. He always leaned against the wall in the masjid or walked morning, noon, and evening towards the Lendi, Nala, and Chavadi. Still, he at the times abided in the self. Though a Siddha, he acted like a Sadhaka. He was meek, humble, and egoless, and pleased all. Such was Sai Baba. As a Sai Baba's feet treaded the soil of Shiradi, it attained extraordinary importance. As Jnaneshwar elevated Alandi, Eknath did to Python, so Sai Baba raised Shiradi. Blessed are the grass leaves and stones of Shiradi. For they could easily kiss the holy feet of Sai Baba and take their dust on their head. Shiradi becomes to us devotees another Pandharpur, Jagannath, Dwaraga, Banaras, Kashi, and Rameshwar, Badri, Kedar, Nasik, Trayamkeshwar, Ujjain, and Mahakaleshwar or Mahabaleshwar, Gokarn. Contact of Sai Baba in Shiradi was like our Veda and Tantra. It quieted our samsara world consciousness and rendered self-realization easy. The darshana of Sri Sai was our yoga sadhana, and talk with him removed our sins. Shampooing his legs was our bath in Triveni Prayag, and drinking the holy water of his feet destroyed our desires. To us, his commands were Vedas, and accepting eating his Udi, sacred ashes, and prasad was all purifying. He was our Sri Krishna and Sri Rama who gave us solace, and he was our Parabrahma, absolute reality. He was himself beyond the pair of Dvandvas opposite, never dejected nor elated. He was always engrossed in his self as existence, knowledge, and bliss. Shiradi was his center, but his field of action extended far wide to Punjab, Calcutta, North India, Gujarat, Dhaka, now in Bangladesh, and Kongan. Thus, the fame of Sai Baba spread far and wide, and people from all parts came to take his darshana and be blessed. By mere darshan, minds of people, whether pure or impure, would become at once quiet. They got here the same sort of unparalleled joy at the devotees get the Pandharpur by seeing Vittal Rahumai. This is not an exaggeration. Consider what a devotee says in this respect. Dictum of Gaulipua. An old devotee by name Gaulipua, aged about 95 years, was a Varkari of Pandari. He stayed 8 months at Pandharpur and 4 months Ashada to Kartik, July to November, on the bank of the Ganges. He had an ass with him for carrying his luggage and a disciple on as his companion. Every year he made his very trip to Pandharpur and came to Shiradi to see Sai Baba, whom he loved most. He used to stare at Baba and say, "This is Pandarinath Vittal incarnate, the merciful Lord of the poor and helpless." This Gaulipua was an old devotee of Vithoba and had made many trips to Pandari, and he testified that Sai Baba was real Pandarinath. Vittal himself appeared. Sai Baba was very fond of remembering and singing God's name. He always uttered Allah Malik, God is Lord, and in his presence made others sing God's name continuously day and night for 7 days. This is called Nama Saptaha. Once he asked Daskanu Maharaj to do Nama Saptaha. He replied that he would do it provided he was assured that Vittal would appear at the end of the 7th day. Then Baba, placing his hand on his breast, assured him that certainly Vittal would appear, but that the devotee must be earnest and devout. The Dankapuri Tagore of Thakurnath, the Pandari of Vittal, the Dwaraga of Ranjot Krishna is here Shiradi. One need not go far out to see Dwaraha. Will Vittal come here from some outside place? He is here only when the devotee is bursting with love and devotion. Vittal will manifest himself here Shiradi. After the Saptaha was over, Vittal did manifest himself in the following manner. Gaga Sahib Dikshit was as usual sitting in meditation after the bath, and he saw Vittal in a vision. When he went at noon for Baba's darshana, Baba asked him point blank, "Did Vittal Padil come? Did you see him? He is a very truant fellow. Catch him firmly, otherwise he will escape. If you be a little inattentive, this happened in the morning and at noon. There was another Vittal Darshana. One hawker from outside came there for selling 25 or 30 pictures of Vithoba. This picture exactly tallied with the figure that appeared in Gaga Sahib vision. On seeing this and remembering Baba's words, Gaga Sahib Dishit was much surprised and delighted. He bought one picture of Vithoba and placed it in his shrine for worship. Bhagavantrau's Shirsagar story. How fond was Baba for Vittal workshop was illustrated in Bhagavantrau Shirsagar story. The father of Bhagavantrau was a devotee of Vithoba and used to make various annual trips to Pandarpur. He also had an image of Vithoba at home, which he worshipped. After his death, the son stopped everything, the very worship and Shraddha ceremony, etc. When Bhagavantrao came to Shiradi, Baba, on remembering his father, at once said, "His father was my friend, so I dragged him, the son, here. He never offered Naivedya, offering of food, and so he starved Vittal and me. So I brought him here. I shall remonstrate him now and set him to worship." Daskanu's bath in Prayag. The Hindus think that the bath in the holy earth of Prayag, where the Ganga and Yamuna meet, is very meritorious, and thousands of pilgrims go there at periodical times to have the sacred bath there. Once Daskanu thought that he should go to the Prayag for a bath and came to Baba to get his permission for doing so. Baba replied to him, "It is not necessary to go so long. Our Prayag is here, believe me." Then, wonder of wonders, when Daskanu placed his head on the Baba's feet, out came or flowed streams of Ganga Yamuna water from both the toes of Baba. Seeing this miracle, Daskanu was overwhelmed with feelings of love and adoration and was full of tears inwardly. He felt inspired and his speech burst forth into a song in praise of Baba and his Leelas. Immaculate Conception of Sai Baba and his first advent in Shiradi. Nobody knew the parents' birth or birthplace of Sai Baba. Many inquiries were made, many questions were put to Baba and other regarding these items, but no satisfactory answer or information has yet been obtained. Practically, we know nothing about these matters. Namdev and Kabir were not born like ordinary mortals. They were found as infants in mother of pearls. Namdev being found on the bank Bhimradi river by the Gonai and Kabir on the bank Bhagirathi river by Tamal. Similar was the case with the Sai Baba. He first manifested himself as a young lad of 16 under a neem tree in Shiradi for the sake of bhaktas. Even then he seemed to be full with the knowledge of the Brahman. He had no desire for worldly objects even in dream. He kicked out Maya and Mukti, deliverance, was serving at his feet. One old woman of Shiradi, the mother of Nana Chopdar, described him thus: "This young lad, fair, smart, and very handsome, was first seen under the neem tree, seated in an asan. The people of the village were wonder struck to see such a young lad practicing and hard penance, not minding heat and cold. By day he associated with none, by night he was afraid of nobody. People were wondering beautiful that a mere look endeared him to all. He went to nobody's door, always sat nearer the neem tree. Outwardly he looked very young, but by his action he was really a great soul. He was the embodiment of dispassion and was an enigma to all. One day it so happened that God Khandoba possessed the body of some devotee, and people began to ask him, "Deva God, you please inquire what blessed father's son in this lad, and whence did he come?" God Khandoba asked then to bring a pickaxe and dig in a particular place. When it was dug, bricks were found underneath a flat stone. When the stone was removed, a corridor led to the cellar. When cow mouth shaped structures, wooden boards, necklaces were seen. Kandoba said, this lad practiced penance here for 12 years. Then the people began to question the lad about this. He put them off the scent of by telling them that this was his guru place, his holy Vardhan, and requested them to the god it will. The people then closed the corridors as before, as Ashwatha and Autumber trees are held sacred. Baba regarded this neem tree equally sacred and loved it most. Mahal Shabadi and other Shirari devotees regard this site as a resting place, Samadhi Sthana of Baba Guru, and prostrate before it. Three Vadas. The site with the neem tree and the surroundings place was bought by Mr. Hari Vinayak Sathe, and on his site a big building styled Sathe's Vada was erected. This Vada was the sole resting place of pilgrims who flocked there. A pair platform was built round the neem tree and lofts with steps were constructed. Under the steps there is a niche facing south and devotees sit on the par platform facing north. It is believed that he who burns incense there on Thursday and Friday evening will by God's grace be happy. This Vada was old and dilapidated and wanted repairs. The Sansthan has made the necessary repairs, additions, and alterations now. Then, after some years, another Vada Dikshit Vada was constructed. Gaga Sahib Dikshit, solicitor of Bombay, had gone to the England. He had injured his leg by an accident there. The injury could not be got rid of by any means. Nana Sahib Chandorkar advised him to try Sai Baba, so he saw Sai Baba in 1909 AD and requested him to cure rather the lameness of his mind than that of his leg. He was so much pleased with the darshan of Sai Baba that he decided to reside in Shiradi. So he built a vada for himself and other devotees. The foundation of this building was laid on 10/12/1910. On this day, two other important events took place. Mr. Dada Saheb Karberde was given permission to return home, and the night Aarti is Chavdi was commenced. The Vada was complete and was inhabited on the Ramanavami day in 1911 AD with due rites and formalities. Then another Vada of palatial mansion was put up by the famous millionaire Mr. Booty of Nagpur. Lots of money was spent on this building, but the entire amount was well utilized as Sai Baba body is resting in this Vada, which is now called the Samadhi Mandir. The side of this mandir has formerly a garden which was watered and looked after by Sai Baba. Three Vadas thus sprang up where there was none formerly. Of these, Sade's Vada was most useful to all in the early days. The story of the garden attended to by Sai Baba with the help of the Vaman Datya, the temporary absence of Sai Baba from Shiradi and his coming again to Shiradi with the marriage party of Chand Padel, the company of Devidas, Janagidas and Gangagir, Baba's wrestling match with Mohuddin Tamboli residence in Masjid, love of Mr. Dengale and other devotees and other incidents will be described in the next chapter. Bow to Sri Sai, peace to be all. Thank you.